Today, we're reviewing the Stoko Brace Layer or Stoko Ski and Knee Support Pants, which I've got right here. So I've had these for about 2 months now, maybe 3 months. And these are a really cool device slash legging, and I'm going to show you why. So on the back here, they have these kind of like BOA devices, and these are connected to cables. And what this is meant for, this is called a brace layer. So you can see right here, you've got all these cables that go through right here. I don't know if you can see the seams in the fabric there, and then you've got seams over here. And these cables are all connected throughout this fabric, and then they come all the way into the back up into these two knobs. And what it's designed to do is provide additional knee and leg stability, just like you would get from like a knee brace. However, this is designed to be more for like activewear, so you don't have a big bulky knee brace. So I got these because I've had a knee injury before from skiing, and wanted something to provide some stability, but also you need a little bit more flexibility, it seems like, in skiing than a traditional knee brace will provide. And so I wanted to try these out because I had read a lot of stuff about them and wanted to see what they would do and if they did work. So I've used them a couple of times. I used them actually the first, I think, 2 or 3 times that I went out this season, just because I did have some concerns from a lingering knee injury. And they definitely do help with stability. So a couple of things that I would like to note about these in terms of stability and how they work. The first thing is you can see basically the routing of all the cables. So the cables go from the back, the rear, where you've got these 2 dials here, and then they come down and they go then down and through the legs, and then kind of like are a giant loop. So it loops multiple times with each cable. And I believe coming out of the back, you're going to have, let's see. Yeah, it looks like you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 of these cables, but those cables are interconnected in all of these different pockets within the pants. So what I noticed with these the very first time that I got them and used them is that you can definitely feel the stability on your knees, and you can definitely feel that there is more resistance in your knees and legs when you are skiing the first time. So if you get these, what I would recommend is putting these on, and before you go skiing or snowboarding or whatever activity you're wearing these for, maybe you're doing it for another sport, I would put these on and go do like a workout at the gym, whether you're running, biking, or whatever you're going to do, just so you get a feel of how these are and the tightness and tension you may need in the pants to really feel the stability. As well as what you're going to find is, because they are adding resistance and stability, you're going to get tired a little bit quicker than you would without this brace layer. So these Stoko pants, definitely the first time I wore them skiing, I was like, wow. I can feel the resistance, and also my legs are getting tired a little bit quicker than they normally would because of the resistance, and that's just one of those trade-offs for it. But I think it's a good trade-off in terms of giving you some confidence and stability with these. Now, I got the XL. I am 6'5", 240 to 250 pounds. They do fit. One thing I will note is that because of how these work, a lot of the support and tension is coming from up here in these dials at your waist. So what that means is that this is going to be very tight on your belly. And unless you're got like abs of steel, you're going to have maybe a little muffin top with these things when you really cinch them down to get the most support out of them. And that's just something to note. Or maybe you got to pull them up a little bit higher. And I'm not saying that I'm the most physically fit person out there, but I did notice that with these. So that's just something to be aware of. It's fine. You don't notice it under the layers and everything, but you will need to get these tight in order to get your knees tight down here. So what it's doing is providing basically the stability you have around your hips and pelvis and waist, and taking that stability in your core and tightening these cables around that, so that then you're going to have that stability down in your knees. And that makes sense, right? That you need the tension from your knees up to your waist, and you need a stronger support group and muscles, which is your core, and you need a base for that. So that's what's happening around here, is that you've got to get it tight up here, in order to get the tightness and everything that you want to achieve. Now, what's really cool about these and what I do really like is it's super easy to adjust, and I adjusted it throughout the day based on how I was feeling in my confidence level. So all you do is you tighten these two wheels just like so. It's really pretty satisfying, and you can see as I tighten, watch this. You see how it comes in on the waist? Because that's just showing you how these are actually tightening around these wheels. And look, watch while I do this. It really does truly tighten these cables and get it a lot tighter. Now, what's awesome is it's super easy to adjust. All you do is pop this out, pop this one out, and the tension that's naturally kind of in your muscles and legs will then release that. And then to make another adjustment, right now they're freewheeling. They don't adjust anything once you pop them out. You just press them in, and then you're good to go to tighten them again. Now, the only thing that you should watch out for is I did notice on ski lift, maybe one time I did get these popped out maybe, and it released the tension. No big deal. I just reached under my coat and adjusted them again, no big deal. So it might have been how I was sitting, or maybe I didn't have the pants pulled up high enough, but that is something to note and be aware of. If you pop them out, they're no longer holding tension, so you need to pop them in. And then once you've got them popped in, they're going to hold that tension, or you can increase the tension. So I would play around with that for whatever is most comfortable for you with these Stoko leggings. But for me, I liked them a little bit tighter because it just gave me more confidence in my knees and knee energy in what was going on there. And you can see they're all tight now. So I should probably actually make sure I've got these released. Here we go. We've got them released so that I can kind of pull these out. And when you put them on, they'll automatically stretch out as long as you've got them released, and then you tighten them back down. So pretty easy to put on. It's like putting on a pair of like athletic running leggings, or probably yoga pants or something like that. If you wear yoga pants like this, or just a general base layer, a little bit harder to get on than just a general base layer, but not a big deal. Just make sure that you've got these things loosened, and then it's going to be easy to go on, and then you can tighten them down. It's nice they've got a pocket right here, so I don't know, you can put your keys or something in there. And then they do have a flap here, so if you need to use the restroom, that's great. And then you can see down at the bottom how they terminate. So right about here is kind of where your knees are supposed to go. That's why they've got that extra padding here, and just kind of a visual indicator. And then this is going to be on kind of like your upper calves, and then all this stuff is going to be on your quads and stuff like that. So you can see the engineering of this. There's not really any wires or anything in this middle section. It's kind of all on the outside, and then it wraps around, and then these wrap around. So it's almost like it's like pulling your knees up, or putting tension upwards on your knees and then around them for stability. So I do like that design. Overall, I think these things are great if you are coming back from a recovering knee injury, to give you some additional confidence. That's definitely what it did for me. I skied with them a couple times, and if I'm having any kind of like knee stability or worrying about it, I bring these along just in case, or if I'm going to go for a really long day. And it's nice to have that as a crutch and as an option. And then you can wear them completely released, and they're just kind of like a normal brace layer or base layer then, even though they are a brace layer. And then if I'm feeling like halfway through the day, hey, like I need to tighten these down, I can do that. So I do like that component of it, where they're not all on or all off like a knee brace. You could wear these just as a base layer, have the tension fully released, and you may not need it at all, but maybe you're feeling some instability, or you're worried about it. Maybe you're going into deeper powder, deeper snow. You can turn that tension up just to give you a little bit more confidence. And so I think that's the best thing about these, is to help you build confidence after a knee injury, or if you've kind of got something that's lingering, right? These have been helpful for me in that respect, just to provide just a little bit more tension. And I do think because they are providing the tension, if you were to like work out in these, it does help activate some of your other muscle groups that probably do help with some of the knee mobility and stuff like that, just because you will feel this when it's on, how tight they can get, and you can feel your other muscle groups kind of activating because of how it spreads the tension across some of that other muscle groups to help provide stability for the knees. So I hope that you enjoyed this review of the Stoko leggings. I have enjoyed them. I definitely am glad that I got them, and they've been helpful for me to provide confidence after knee injury to go do some of the stuff that I love. So worthwhile for me, and hope you enjoy this video. Give us that thumbs up or subscribe.